Yo, we back for a freaking leg day. I've been waiting for this. It's been a minute, but I am excited. Haircut alert, haircut alert. Oops, try not to crash. Jesus. I'm stuck between the freaking longest truck of all time and a freaking long-ass Yukon. Gosh darn it. Anyway, one class done, and we are good to go to the gym. Got 1.5 scoops of pre in the cup of savage. But anyway, I think you gotta be willing to be a little bit different than most people. If you're willing to, or if you're wanting to really go far and succeed and be great in whatever field you aspire. Because most people, the average person, is not really doing all that and not really putting forth that type of effort, if any, toward their freaking long-term goals. And it really takes a strong will too, because there are so many distractions in life that can get you off pace, and there are so many excuses you can make to be like, oh, I just don't have the time anymore. But everybody has time. That's the only thing we have in this life. So might as well make the most of it and freaking go for your freaking dreams. Just freaking go for it, man. Just freaking go for it. Like, what's really stopping you? You have to sit down, write out your goal. Try this. Write out your goal, and then write out all the things that are stopping you from actually improving, progressing, and actively trying to reach that goal. And also name things that could possibly help you in that process. Because I really do believe just writing pen on paper really sticks in people's heads. Not just like that, but like, that's how I study all my notes. I just can't study off of like Google Docs or whatever. I have to have it written on paper to really grasp it. I don't know why. It's just the pen to paper connection, mind to muscle. I don't know, but it's the same thing here. Write out your big goal at the top of the page, and then split the page in half. Write all the things that are preventing you from achieving that goal, and then on the bottom, write the solutions to those problems. And then, if you actually are proactive about wanting to solve these problems because you really want to strive for this certain goal, you will be willing to make those little sacrifices. Because if you write it down and you actually see the problem and what you can do to prevent it, it makes it a lot more feasible. Because if it's just in your head, all those thoughts can get jumbled up and everything can get pretty overwhelming sometimes. Because one thought will turn into another, and it just kind of snowballs from there. So it's a lot easier to just kind of jot it down and be able to see your thoughts on paper. So you're actually able to actually do something about it. So that's a tidbit for you if you needed something like that, because it really does help. As simple as it is, it really does help. And that's what I've kind of done the past, or in my last journal. I would have all these monthly goals I would set. Nothing too crazy. And it would be some life goals. It would be like 4 or 5 life goals and then 4 or 5 fitness goals. Like PRs or running distance or whatever. And most of the time I was able to complete those challenges because I actually sat down and set up a system of goals that I wanted to achieve, and I put like little boxes on them, so at the end of the month it's either X or a fill in the blank. It really does help just being able to write everything down, because your thoughts get so jumbled up and it's very hard to compartmentalize some of that important stuff. And if that important stuff gets drawn away, you're not going to really, it's not going to be at the forefront of your mind, which it should be if you're trying to actively achieve your goal or solve those problems to continue to strive for that goal. So yeah, I think that really does help. It also keeps you kind of accountable too. It's not like anyone, it's basically yourself, keeping yourself accountable, but to a higher degree a bit, because it's actually written out, and if you don't achieve it, you have to put the X, and you don't want to do that, you know? You want to fill it in. You want to freaking accomplish that goal, you know? So, anyway, there's hella people here right now. I got a lucky spot kind of in the middle of the big parking lot, so leg day incoming. My friend Blake, he put me on a couple hip exercises that I might have to try out, or I will be trying out, but we'll see if I'll record them, because they are a bit silly, but nevertheless, I'll catch you at the lift. Peace. Yo, just got done with the freaking workout, and I would call that a major success because main thing, my quads are super pumped and nothing's like hurting or anything, and no freaking headache, which is honestly surprising because leg day is usually my most taxing day on the nervous system, you know. But to my surprise, it's the head shake test that I do. I just freaking, and usually if it's like bad, it'll hurt in my temples, but feeling pretty freaking good today. So that is a freaking W in the books, man. And I was switching it up because I was talking to my boy last night, and he was giving me some hip hip things, exercises, yeah. But I warmed up with it. I attached the band. It's a red. People are so fucking stupid. Sorry. It's just flashing red and no one knows what to do. It's so funny. That's a worker that doesn't even know oh my gosh, people are so silly. But anyway, I was going a little more unilateral today. I haven't done freaking Bulgarian split squats in who knows how long. 'Cause them shits is freaking hard. As you could tell by the video, I was only throwing on 25s on each side, and I'll tell you what, it was no joke. Those 25s are nothing to play with. But yeah, I did another set that I didn't record, and I actually got 10 on each side because I think the glutes and stuff were a bit more warmed up to it for the second one. And I just had in my mind that I wanted to do 10 because I didn't really know how many I would be able to get from just the 25. I honestly thought I would be able to bump up the weight to a plate maybe, but not today. Maybe in a couple sessions, but yeah, my glutes are gonna probably be super freaking sore tomorrow because I haven't hit that, like I said, I haven't hit that movement in eons. But yeah, super solid freaking leg day, man. Because I wasn't trying to push just the heaviest of weight. Like you saw, my top set on normal squat was just 185. But I have to go through another form reset, honestly, because of my weak hips. I'm just trying to stay slow and controlled, or mainly controlled, because if you're squatting with bad form, you're not really getting all the benefits of the squat. I mean, it's hitting you, but if you really want the quad building muscle, you're gonna have to freaking do it right. And that's why I also had the elevated heels, because I just don't got that range of motion in my ankles. I might need to invest in some lifting shoes, low-key. Some of those Nike ones. I've seen a couple dudes around rocking them, and they look pretty fly. And they actually help a lot, as I've seen on the internets. So that would be a quality investment, I believe, instead of just having to rely on those little plates, which it's not a big deal or anything. It's just, you know, I feel like some proper squatting shoes would give me an edge, I believe. So I wonder how they feel like in your feet. I guess it's just a little bit elevated of the heel, you know, but inside of a shoe, I don't know, it's kind of weird. A weird concept, but it is what it is. It works, so. And I need some trail shoes because I don't know if I've mentioned, but me and Nathan are doing this Caprock Canyon trail race April 12th. I don't know if the registration is up yet. I think it should be. I haven't looked in a couple weeks, but that's why I'm trying to train my hips back to normal as well, because the amount of running I did before my marathon and stuff, it was just so taxing. I wasn't doing the unilateral work that I should have done to actually stabilize my hips and glutes and all that. So I kind of effed myself up. So I took the hiatus after October, end of October, because that's when the marathon was. And I haven't really been running ever since. Every once in a while, I'll hop on the treadmill, hit a couple miles, but nothing more than that. It's because once I get up to about mile 5 or 6 or so, that's when the knee starts bugging out. That's what happened at the last time we ran Caprock Canyon. We were planning on doing 11 miles, which we did, but halfway through, about 6.5 miles in, my knee started bugging, and I was actually tweaking out because we were pretty far from the car, and I wasn't sure, but I just had to activate my glutes and hamstrings a bit and hips, and then we got through it. But it's kind of scary, you know. I couldn't run for a couple minutes because my knee was just so aggravated. So I truly do believe these unilateral hip movements, and there's even a hip biased press with its single leg. So I warmed up with that. I might need to start spamming that more. That and the Bulgarian split squats, because I felt that all over. So, quality freaking lift, my boy. I think we'll see you for some chest tomorrow. Yeah, chest for sure. So, peace.